The game of life is a game that isn't played against others. It isn't played against the universe. It isn't played against everybody whom you think is your competitor, your competition. The game of life is played against yourself. Now, when I say yourself, of course, I'm not talking about your higher self, right? Because that is the aspect of yourself that is really out to support you and help you win. But the self that I'm referring to, whom is your true competitor, is your ego self. That is the self that has all the trauma and the history and the attachment to identity and history and what you think may be the right way to go, or what you think may be the reasons why you can't try something or do something. You have to understand that it is your belief systems that are stopping you from the success that you truly desire. It is your belief systems that is really preventing you. It isn't anyone else. Just like no one else is going to save you, there is no one that's really trying to stop you as well. Because you see, everybody is living their own life. Everybody is doing their best to be successful. They're doing their best to live the life and create the universe that resonates with them. So when you understand this and you take this idea of other people trying to stop you or the universe being against you, then you increase not only the chances of your success, but you pretty much guarantee your success, because then you can allow yourself to take full accountability, full responsibility over your life, recognize that success is just a matter of lining yourself up with your desires and doing the work, and then making sure that you are consistent with that work. It isn't about you waiting for somebody else to help you. Now, yes, you can't do things on your own. Success doesn't happen in isolation, right? But when you are driven and you are consistent about pursuing your dream, people are going to support that dream. There may be many people who may not align with that dream, but there are going to be people who align with that dream. Many of our successful people in history, whether they are successful in a good way or a bad way, they are successful because they were determined. And though those who were successful in a bad way were driven by their ego, which can be the villain, right? There are many of us who were driven by the good aspects of self, your consciousness, which is the hero. That is the part that sees the oneness in all things. And once you identify and understand that everything that you experience, your ideas, the things you are inspired by, the things that just kind of drop upon you as an idea or a passion, when you take that as a gift, you receive that and you nourish it and you cultivate how to maximize this gift, how to share this gift with other people. Because recognize this, when you have a gift, it is doing the gift that rewards you, but sharing what you do with that gift also rewards others. So when you recognize the connection of oneness between the gift that was inspired upon you, then you see, okay, it's just a matter of you taking ownership of that inspiration, putting it to work, being focused, being diligent, being determined, being persistent, being consistent, and thus creating that pathway of success. And those that engage with you and understand that you're on a mission. You're on a mission of creating the reality that you want by identifying the things that resonate with your consciousness, then they are inspired by you. And this is how people gain supporters, followers, is because they are inspired by your dedication, your focus, your commitment. And thus they help you along the way because they see themselves in you. And it's your job to remind them that you are doing it because it is a sign, it is an indicator that they themselves have the ability to do it themselves as well. So I want you to understand the importance of recognizing this game of life, and that this game isn't against other people, because a lot of us, we go through life thinking that we're in direct competition with somebody else. And it's never the case, because there could never be another you. And once you understand that, then you recognize that though you may be in the same field, the same industry, the same passions, the same ideas, you yourself are different, and they are different from you. And that will always differentiate what it is that you're doing versus what somebody else is doing. And what they're doing really has no power or say over what you're doing. So never compare yourself to other people, because that isn't the game. The game is to acknowledge and isolate the ego, put it in its place, recognize that the ego is trying to protect you by creating these doubts and fears and telling you not to do it and wait, it's not perfect yet. We need to get it together, giving you all those things that will cause you to procrastinate, to hesitate, and eventually not get it done. Put it in its place, follow consciousness, which is saying, here's an idea, here's the first step, let's move forward with this first step. Once you acknowledge that first step, then you move on to the next step. And that is revealed to you as you go forward. That is why faith is very important along your journey of self-discovery and self-realization. You must have faith in yourself. That is how you win. Thank you so much. Feel free to go to drabundant.com, subscribe to my daily newsletter, and also get access to this free ebook, The Power Within. You will also be invited to my Monday morning manifestation meetings, which is every Monday morning at 7 a.m. I look forward to seeing you there. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.